Hi everybody, so following on from our first video where the van was set up as an everyday driver, we're now going to show you the van set up as a camper. So before it had 5 seats in, if we were using it as a camper we would remove one of those seats, so I've got one seat sitting in the garden at the moment. So she's sitting now set up as a camper. So you've got the Dometic awning sitting out there in front, you can see the pop top roof there. So just I'll let you know who did the work on the van as well. So the actual conversion was done by Skyline Roofs in Weston-super-Mare. They did pretty much the majority of the work there. I'm very happy with the work, and I would highly recommend the guys down there. They did a superb job. We're very happy, although we still haven't got to use the van as a camper yet, given the current lockdown situation. So just walk you through the van. So we've got the pop top roof. Up there now, the canvas that you see right the whole way around, that actually peels all the way back. I'm going to show you that now later on. It's a lovely feature. The Dometic awning at the front there. We'll just walk into the van, give you a good look around now. So that's the swivel captain seats. They're the original seats. That's the new upholstery that has gone on to the new seat covers that went on in January all round. There was cloth seat covers before. So Skyline also changed these seats so that they can now swivel. All right, so Skyline did that for us. What else? Down here we have our 240 volt plug sockets and USB point. So we've got a pair here and a pair behind the driver's seat as well. So these will only work if we're hooked up to campsite. The USBs work all the time through the solar panels on the roof, 180 watts on the roof there, again supplied by Skyline. A look up, we've got the pop top roof there. An addition that we went for, recommended by Skyline, is to have this extra part here that can lift as well. That's also on a gas strut, and it just allows me, I'm 6'3", so it allows me to walk pretty much down to about here. So I managed to walk 2/3 down into the van. It just allows a lot more headroom, whereas usually the bed would come to somewhere along here. So it gives you an extra bit of headroom with that extra fold there. So up here, as I say, this all opens up, gives a lovely view out. I'll do that later on. So these unzip as standard. Okay, everybody's familiar with those, you can look at. But Skyline has another little feature as well, which turns it into Scenic view. I'll show you that later on. Another little Skyline has done for us, they've put in 4 of these LED lights, 2 on one side, 2 on the other. Little switch just here knocks those off. Same on this side as well. The quality of their work is first class. Okay, this was a Caravelle. This was a high-spec Caravelle, but I mean, you can look at the finish that Skyline has done throughout here. Factory finish. It really is good. Very pleased with their work. So we'll move down to the little Van Gear pod. So she's the Van Gear Maxi XS with the Dometic twin burners there, little sink here. So she is operated through a 12 volt USB plug that just would plug into the back of the driver's seat there. That would operate the water. Underneath here we have, supplied by Van Gear, 10 litre waste and 10 litre drinking water there. And in the corner there, little blue tray, that's where your gas bottle would go for your twin hob. So Van Gear Maxi XS, that's what this one is. And a little extra I had fitted here, had 2 extra USB points fitted as well. Again, so the whole unit plugs into the 12 volt outlet, which is powered by the solar panels up on the roof, and underneath that passenger seat there in front, that's where the batteries are located, and I think the controllers are located underneath the driver's seat, and it's pretty much plug in and forget. All right, So she's always got 12 volt. The little lights in the roof here, they're working off the 12 volt battery and the USB socket. So we've always got power that's not coming from the starter battery, the engine battery at all. So any work that Skyline did for us, any electrical work, is all coming from a separate power supply. All right. Yeah, the little extra with the Van Gear Maxi XS was the bigger table. I think it comes with a short table. We got the bigger table here, and they supplied us the same finish for the table as it's on the unit. I think it was a light oak color or something like that. Yeah, so looking around here, so that's how she would be now set up if we're pulled up and maybe doing a bit of eating or food preparation or just having a little picnic. Very, very pleased with it. So on the floor here, rugs for bugs. That's where I got that floor from. It just fits neatly in between the rails. Ideally, we'd love probably a wooden floor would be ideal, or one of those finished floors that you see. So that's in the pipeline. That's on the dream list. A nice finished floor down there. But very, very happy with this. Protecting the carpet that's just directly underneath the standard Caravelle carpet. Very happy with one of the very first purchases I got. Rugs for bugs. I also got the part that goes into the back. It comes in two pieces. The piece you see here, and then a piece that slots into the back as well. So really happy with that. Just looking around here. Anything else that you need to know about in here? Give you a good look around. So as I say, she's currently sitting as a 4-seater. That's the way we would use her as a camper. If I move into the passenger seat, the 2 seats in the back. That's the tent. She's got the limo tent I mentioned in the previous video, and that's you looking out. So you can look at, but you cannot see in. Only at night when the lights are on. The standard little table here, that comes with the Caravelles. She's on rails. She slides forward, back, rises up and rises down. But to be honest, if we were going camping, we would probably remove that. That's just doesn't really serve much of a purpose or any advantage with it when we're camping, so we'd probably remove that. Yeah, so that's the inside. So up here we would have the bed. Just give that a pull, and down she gets. I know it's a little dark there now. As I say, I'm 6'3" and I can fit up there quite comfortably, support my weight. I was asking the guys at Skyline, and this is like, you know, there could be 2 of them up to here whenever they're fitting the bed, you know, so that'd be well in excess of 25 stone. So you could lie up there. I wouldn't want to bounce on it or jump up and down on it. You wouldn't have the headroom anyway, but you can definitely, 2 adults can comfortably lie up there. As I say, the van has never been used as a camper yet. We have the van 9 months. The conversion's done now, probably 4 or 5 months, but it hasn't been used, so no one's actually been up here yet. But yeah, lovely setup. At the front here, you've got your little reading lamp with a USB point as well, just touch activated. Little USB up here for the kids as well if they're plugged in. So ideally what we'd probably do is have the kids up here and ourselves down below, and I'll show you how we do that. So back down below. So I mentioned in the previous video that this Caravelle didn't come with the 3-seater bench at the back, which was a pity, because I think in most vans that then can, in the Caravelle models, that can convert into a bed, but our van didn't come with it. Our van came with 4 single seats in the back here, you know, 2 more just like you see there. So I've come up with quite a cheap little solution, and I'll let you know what we've done there, and you can let me know what you think about it. So that's the inside. Just take you a little walk around the back. So here we've got the back of the van. So that's our fridge, and for now we're just using something we bought out of Halfords. Really big fridge, 40 litre. She's 12 volt or 24, which is handy. She's got both power cords in there, the little cigarette lighter or the main 240. Really handy. Big fridge. Yeah, really handy. And the Caravelle as standard has a 12 volt outlet just down the side there, so when we're traveling, that's where the fridge sits. I've had this unit made up here out of 3/4 inch marine ply. Ideally we want to finish it, maybe paint it or cover it in some soft material, but this is actually forms part of our bed. And as well as that, it's great for storage. So at the moment we've got 4 little IKEA boxes in there. These are the boxes that come, they were on little roller wheels. I removed the wheels, and as luck has it, they fit in perfectly. So 4 there, but you can see then still a heap of space in front of them. So clothing, bits and pieces, camping gear, all that goes in there. Up on top here, big huge shelf, still a massive boot space at the back. So again, more items up here. The blow up mattresses would go up here. Bits and pieces to do with camping would all go up here. So you can fit a lot of gear up here as well. Really handy. We have an inflatable driveway awning that we've used. We've used with this van before we got it converted. We had a trip to Achill Island in Mayo here in Ireland, and we just took the van as a standard Caravelle and we connected on the driveway All-Pro awning, and it was fantastic. That's a big piece of kit, but it's sat up here quite comfortably as well. So as I say, this forms part of our bed, and we'll show you how that works later on. Just bring you back here now. Close the boot. So up there you'll see the solar panels, just 180 watts of solar coming into leisure battery under the passenger seat, and that runs the 12 volt sockets, and for us that's enough for now. Down underneath here, that little white nozzle, that's the 240 volt campsite hookup, which we haven't used yet. Haven't used any of this yet, haven't used the van at all as a camper. So that's it. I'm just going to pause it here now and then get her set up to sleep and let you know how that works. So I've just converted the double bed at the bottom. So underneath there I have a Vango Comfort 10 mattress. All I did was fold the seats in half. I could spin the seats round to face the back so that the headrests aren't in the way, or what I've done there now is I've just removed the headrests and I hide them underneath the bed. So I folded the seats in half, pulled the seats forward towards the steering wheel. That box I showed you in the back, the mattress is now supported on that box. That box, I made that box, or I had that box made the exact same height as the seats when the seats are folded completely over. So it's completely level. I weigh about 100 kilograms. My wife weighs about half of that. We can lie on that. There's absolutely no dipping in the middle, even though there is a gap. That Vango mattress is quite rigid. There's no problem at all. That's why we went for that particular mattress, so that there's no sag in the middle. Completely supported. The other thing as well is the heads would be down to our heads would be down towards the back door, feet up near the front here, so you're able just to slip in and out. Plenty of room. You can see the double or the door there. Plenty of room up here, and here's the seats here. So for the kids would be stepping onto these seats to get up into the bed up there, which I'll convert now for you and give you a look at that. So in terms of space, I suppose if we were parked up for a few days, I suppose you don't live in the van, but I suppose if there was a wet day we might want that extra room. I would probably remove the mattress and just have the seats back up if we wanted to eat inside. It would just be, I mean, that's a 60-second job. Just pull the mattress out, store it in a tent outside or underneath the van, and just raise the seats, raise the table again, and we could be eating inside if we needed to. But if, I suppose if we're somewhere where we're guaranteed good weather and parked up, we might consider leaving that bed down the whole time if we weren't driving. Doesn't interfere with the Vangear Maxi XS. Now, don't get me wrong, it comes right up tight to it. It's quite close to it. I'll go around the other side and give you a quick look. But doesn't interfere with it at all. And the front 2 seats haven't moved at all. So that's me around the other side. There you can see nothing has changed up this side. You can see just there, it butts up just tight to that. Fits in perfectly though, okay? So that's it. Huge bed, plenty of room on either side if anybody's wondering. There is a little gap on this side, little gap on the other side. Plenty of room. It's the bifold bed, I just couldn't think what it's called. It's the bifold bed that we got fitted up there, and it just allows a lot more headroom than the traditional pop-top beds. Go for the bifold, especially if you're taller like me. It allows you access, or standing up access, to a lot more of the interior of the van. These little LED lights that Skyline fitted for us. Here's the switch just here, one on the side, one on the other side, so at night just pop those off. Yeah, so show you where the kids sleep. Kids sleep up there. So with the pop-top upstairs bedroom sorted now, so I'm just going to show you how we access that. So again, loads of room here, your feet here if you're stepping out, stepping into the van. There's the pod, there's the 2 seats. If you look up, there's the little kind of gap there, so the kids or ourselves or whoever step on there, pop up. So I'll let you know what's going on up here. So up we go, and there's the bed. Now that is seriously long. I haven't been up myself, my wife's been up, the kids have been up. That is seriously long. I mean, that's from the bottom here, that's from the back of the driver's chair to the back door of the van, and this is a long wheelbase. Well, to give you an idea, that Van Gogh mattress I think is about 190 centimeters long. That's easily, this bed up here is easily, I'll tell you, over 200 centimeters, well over 2 meters long. Perfect double. And lovely feature that Skyline does, they do the standard pop-top roof with the cutouts on the sides and the front that most vans have, but they also do a Scenic canvas. And what the Scenic canvas allows is this: wake up in the morning, turn around, and that's your view. You're looking straight out. So the canvas folds back completely. So I probably don't have the canvas folded up properly, but that's fantastic. So the sides can be totally removed, just zip back down within 60 seconds again. But if you were in an ideal location, or you're parked up and just wanted to chill, lie up there and enjoy the view, that's what you'd have. I'll take you downstairs and show you what that looks like from outside. So up here, I said before, we've got the little spotlight, touch activated, and it comes with a little USB there as well. Alright, so that's that. So here's where I'm standing, just between the 2 captain's chairs. So I'm going to pop down and show you what this looks like from the outside. So there you go. That's the Skyline Scenic canvas. And I'm in no way affiliated with Skyline. Alright, just we did a lot of research. We live here in the Republic of Ireland. We did a lot of research here in the Republic, Northern Ireland, the UK. A lot of good companies around, but Skyline's name kept coming up. So we actually drove from here in Donegal to Dublin, got the ferry across to Bangor, drove down to Weston-super-Mare, dropped the van off, flew home, and then a week later flew back over, drove the van home. It was worth the trip. The quality of their work's first class. So yeah, so that's us. So that's her now, set up, 2 up, 2 down. Very little effort. Dying to get using it as a camper. We've got loads of bits and pieces, tables and chairs and outside camping equipment. We've got all that from our trip we did last year to Achill Island before we got her converted. But I say we've never used it as a camper yet, and can't wait to use it. So would love to hear your comments, any suggestions in terms of storage, any questions you may have to the bed setup. As I say, I didn't go for one of the multiflexes, couldn't justify the money. A friend of mine made that box at the back that I showed you that the bed supported on. I think all in timber, the whole works, it came to about 40 euros. And it's also a brilliant storage platform as well. I'll take you around the back, give you one more look at that. So yeah, so that's our 2014 Caravelle camper, long wheelbase. Love that Scenic awning. Absolutely love that Scenic awning. Alright, and just show you what it looks like there at the back. So that's what happens there. So that's the Bangor Comfort 10 sitting on top of that shelf. That shelf is exactly in line, exactly level with the seats folded over. So it can be done. It can be done for a lot less than the price of a really expensive multi-flex that seems to only serve one purpose. Brilliant. Like, share, subscribe, comment, suggestions as well. We're looking for either curtain setup or blinds or blackout shades or something for these windows here. So whatever you're using, your recommendations, and any other little storage solutions, bits and pieces to make it a bit more homely, we'd appreciate your suggestions, your comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.